Yo, what's cracking YouTube? Just JK and welcome back to my channel for another GTA Online video. And in today's video I'm going to be showcasing my top 10 best looking sports cars inside of GTA. Now, as always guys, with every top 10 this is based on an opinion and it's going to be my opinion. So if you disagree with any of my choices, let me know in the comments down below. List your top 10 and we'll see how they differ. Also guys, with every car that I bring into LS Customs I will be including in it a little insert which I pulled from the GTA wiki. And the reason for doing this guys is so we can see where Rockstar pulled their influence in creating these vehicles, so that we'll see what the cars look like in real life. And the way it's going to work guys is going to be number 10 is going to be my least favourite, all the way down to number 1 which is my most favourite. But they're all great cars, so without any further ado, let's crack on. So here we go my bros, number 10 on the list is going to be the Dinka Jester, and the GTA Wiki goes on to say, the Jester now resembles the 2015 Honda NXS with curvy features and distinct Japanese styling. The headlights and hood are derived from the BMW i8. The headlights also may be drawn from inspiration from the Honda Civic LX. So you have it guys, there's 3 cars mixed and matched up and chucked in and made this Jester. 2 of them come from the Honda and 1 from BMW. They say that the hood is derived from the BMW i8. GTA have taken inspiration from 3 different vehicles, put it all in a ball, rolled it out and made the Dinka Jester, which is obviously a beautiful car because it is in my top 10 best looking sports cars, not supercars. I was about to say supercars, but it's not. My top 10 sports cars, there we go, in GTA. So yeah, we're being one of the top 10, and this is a car that you can get so many different modifications for. It is unreal. So you could kind of have it as a straight shooter, sort of like sleek everyday sports car, or you can go full track racer car with the modifications that are available. I've gone a bit of both, but in between. So I've got that roll cage with the race car hood, but then I haven't gone crazy with the side skirts, the front bumper and the rear bumper, or even the spoiler. And I think simple is the best for me. I like simplistic cars, and this is a bit of in between. So I've gone for a bit of a racer, but then I've sort of like drawn it back a little bit. But I like it, I like this sort of way, because I think when you whack them fucking big bumpers on, it's got the massive diffusers and all the canyards and all that sort of stuff. I'm not a massive fan of that, but I do like it the way I've styled it at the moment with that sunrise orange with the race yellow pearlescent. I think it looks sweet. So yeah, that's number 10 on the list, the Dinka Jester. So here we go guys, number 9 on the list is the Benetton Schwarz, and the GTA Wiki says about this car, the Schwarz features very aggressive formations which appear to have been inspired by German design styling featured on the C207 Mercedes E-Class for the frontal styling, the Mercedes C63 AMG for the side windows and its compact wheelbase, while the headlights and grille are mostly inspired by the flagship C216 CL class. So you go, obviously it's based upon a Mercedes-Benz, 3 different types of Mercedes, so it's a mix-up of Mercedes. So whereas with the Jester we did have a bit of BMW chucked in with a Honda, now with the Schwarz we've just got 3 Mercedes fucking bundled up and they've rolled out the Schwarz. And this is a fucking beautiful car, man. It is so nice. Again, the same with the Jester, you can have so many different modifications with this car. I've gone with the stylish sort of businessman look, with the tinted windows, I think it's straw brown metallic with a ice white pearlescent, and then the chrome extravaganza rims, and it looks fucking beautiful. I did do the exposed intercooler at the front only because it removes the front plate, and I think that looks a lot nicer. But like I said, there's so many different modifications you can do to this vehicle. You can make it look this sleek and stylish, or you can have a full-blown street racer with the big fucking splitter bumper at the front, the big spoiler at the back. You can even get big arches, a carbon roof and a carbon hood. Man, there's so many modifications you can do to this vehicle. It's not the fastest in the game, obviously. It's definitely not the fastest, fastest sports car in the game, but it is one of the best looking. And it's cheap too, man. It is cheap. I think it's under 100k. So if you're looking for a budget sports car which looks nice and you're not too worried about racing, this is definitely the one to go for, man. It's fucking lush, in my opinion. Very, very nice. So at number 9 we do have the Benetton Schwarz. So now we move on to number 8, the Bravado Verily Air. The GTA Wiki goes on to say the vehicle takes a heavy influence from the TVR Sagaris and the Weissman GT, sharing the iconic curved headlights and swept down front profile of the Sagaris, as well as the passenger cell and sloped rear end of the Weissman. The rear quarter of the fenders are significantly wide and low profile tyres are fitted to the vehicle. So you go, as we've seen from other vehicles, that they are taking influence from 3 or maybe even 4 different vehicles. This Verily Air just takes influence from 2 in particular. More heavily or not, the TVR Sagaris is more prominent in the design of this vehicle, and it is fucking beautiful, man. I love TVR in real life. I didn't even think they were a company anymore. I think that company folded, but I might be wrong about that. But TVR, I believe, is a British car maker. It is fucking amazing. They make these crazy extravagant vehicles, sports cars, supercars, and they do look very similar to this. It is fucking beautiful. Again, with the same as the Jester and the Schwarz, this car has loads of customization. You can make it look the way I have, where it's quite simplistic, or you can put the big fucking race bumpers on and the big GT wing at the back if you'd like. It's even got a big ram air hood. I think it's got as an option. So plenty of different options of design for this Verily Air, but I like this quite simplistic look. I like the way it is at the moment. I think I went for a metallic shafter purple with a race blue pearlescent, and I think it looks beautiful. So yeah, that is number 8 on the list, the Bravado Verily Air. Coming in at number 7, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Class A Drift Tamper, and the GTA Wiki says the Drift Tamper is, as its name suggests, primarily based on the Tamper, which is based on a 1964 Ford Mustang and a 1970 Dodge Dart. The modifications take clear influence from the 1965 Ford Mustang Unicorn RTR, a famous drift car driven by Ken Block. So there you have it, guys. Obviously, the Drift Tamper is based on the Ford Mustang Unicorn, which is driven by Ken Block. But the original Tamper is based around 2 different vehicles, which is the Ford Mustang and the Dodge Dart. But man, you look at this is the Drift Tamper is obviously taking influence from the Ford Mustang Unicorn, or the Hoonigan, driven by Ken Block, and it is fucking beautiful. Even the livery they've put on it is like is a parody of Ken Block's Hoonigan. And it's fucking beautiful, man. It's so nice. I know it only comes in at number 7 on the list. It could have been quite higher in my opinion, because I do like the Drift Tamper, the original Drift Tamper muscle car. When that first was released, I loved that. That was my favourite muscle car at the time. And then when they decided to bring this out, man, that was just fucking unreal. In my opinion, they should have made it a Benny's vehicle, so you could like they do now with the Comet, and they turn it into the retro custom in Benny's. I think they should have done that with the Tamper, in my opinion. So you've had the Tamper, and then you could have customised it to the Drift Tamper in Benny's. So then that way you get a choice of different spoilers, bumpers, and all that sort of stuff, and hoods and roofs and whatnot. Because the only thing about this vehicle I don't like is that massive front splitter at the front. Obviously, just there. That's the only thing that I dislike about this vehicle. If you could make that a little bit smaller, I'd be a little bit happier, but I ignore that. When you're driving it, you don't see the front of the car, but other than that, it's just fucking amazing, and it's so close to the Hoonigan in real life. It is beautiful. So there you go, there you have it. Number 7 on the list, the Drift Tamper. Number 6 on the list, ladies and gentlemen, is the Inventor Coquette, and the wiki goes on to say the Coquette was first seen in the official trailer of Grand Theft Auto Online, and now more closely resembles the Chevrolet Corvette C7. Some Lexus LFA and Jaguar F-Type influence are visible at the rear of the car. So there you have it. I mean, it is primarily a Chevrolet Corvette C7, because it says only some, influence from the LFA and the F-Type are visible, but more prominently than not, the Corvette is the main influence for this vehicle, and it shows, man. You can see that this is one of them vehicles where they've just taken a car from real life and just changed a couple of things, and they've got away with it, and I love them for it, because this is fucking beautiful. And it coming in at number 6 on the list, it's just evident that this is just one of the best looking sports cars in the game, and it always has been. This is the original bad boy. This has been in the game since day 1, and it is still one of the best. Definitely underused in the game, and it's overlooked a lot. but in my opinion it is one of the best. A shit ton of modifications you can do to this. Like I've already said, I like to keep it simple. This is why my vehicle looks like this. But you can make it look like a full-blown track racer, street racer, whatever, with the modifications you've got for this vehicle. You can also make it convertible or non-convertible. It is a beautiful looking car. So there it is, number 6 on the list, the Inventor Coquette. Moving on to number 5, we have the Lamborghini Tropaz Rally. And on the GTA Wiki, the Tropaz Rally is primarily based on the Lancia Stratos Rally Edition, seen particularly in the overall compact body shape. The rear taking some influence from the wide-body Chevrolet Corvette C3s. The front fascia of the vehicle takes inspiration from the Ferrari 288 GTO, seen particularly in the indicator lights and the front underside spoiler. Said car also has influence in the rear lights. So according to the GTA Wiki, this car is influenced by 3 different brands. Not just 3 different vehicles, but 3 different brands. We've got the Lancia, the Chevrolet and a Ferrari. And I think the results are staggering, man. I think this is fucking beautiful, man. The way that Rockstar have pulled this off. It's got the pop-up headlights too, man. Pop-up headlights. I love the wide body on this. I love how compact the vehicle is as well. It's just, it flies. It's so quick and it just looks so beautiful. There's so many modifications you can do to it as well. You can make it look like a full-blown rally car. You can get the rally headlights at the front. You can also get different types of liveries and all that sort of shit, man. But like I've said, in all my vehicles, I'm quite simple. I like my cars to look simple, quite simplistic, and I think this looks fucking beautiful. It's a shame I can't change the seats on the inside because I'm not keen on the red and green. So that is a downside for me anyway. I'm not a massive fan of that. The inside of the vehicle looks hot, man. I love all this. It's just the colour of the seats look a little bit shit in my opinion. But no, this is obviously, it's number 5 on my list, so it's way up there with the best looking sports cars in the game in my opinion. So at number 5 we do have the Lamborghini Tropaz Rally. Coming in at number 4 we have another original bad boy. It is the Grotti Carbonazzer. And the GTA Wiki goes on to say the car's design draws clear inspiration from British Italian styling found on the Aston Martin V12, Zagato and the Ferrari F12 for the rear fascia, front and rear quarter panelling, along with the almost identical wheelbase design as the Aston Martin. The headlights, the front bumper ducts and the integrated LED daytime running lights appear near identical to those of the Transstar Racing Dagger GT. The car's convertible feature is based on that of the Ferrari California, while the Aston Martin V12 Zagato does not feature any folding roof mechanism. So when I first got this vehicle, guys, way back when GTA originally first started, I never would have thought Aston Martin would have had some sort of influence in this. I saw this and I saw Ferrari straight up. You know, but when you read these little things that people have put online, primarily the GTA Wiki, and you look at it, you read it, and then you look at the car again, you can definitely see that it does have influence from an Aston Martin, as well as a Ferrari. And this was one of my favourite sports cars way back when, and it is still one of my favourite sports cars now. As you can see on the license plate, I do have drifting, because if anybody has driven this car before in GTA, it is fucking a bitch to handle. You go around a corner, you put too much power in it, it's gonna slide out, it's gonna drift, baby. This is one hell of a fucking drifting car, because it's so hard to control. It's got so much power and it's so hard to control, and the sound it makes is, God, it's just so good. Let's see if we can do it right now. You don't really get the same effect on the inside of LS Customs, but when you're outside driving this bad boy, it just sounds so nice. But there it is, that's the engine sounds, and it is fucking beautiful. It doesn't sound as good in the LS Customs as what it does out on the street. This is obviously going to be a very, very fast sports car. I don't think it's top tier anymore, but it is definitely up there. Mainly because the handling is so difficult on it, is why it drops down the pecking order in performance wise. But you know, this is a top 10 on looks and looks alone, and because of that, this comes in at number 4 on my list. So we go, guys, getting down to the nitty gritty. We're now in the top 3, and coming in at number 3 we have the Lamborghini Ferrari GT. Now this vehicle is going to be it's just a Frankenstein of different cars, and you'll understand why I've just said that once I read out what it says on the GTA Wiki. So the wiki goes on to say the Ferrari GT is manufactured by Lamborghini. It is now based on the Maserati Affale concept, most evidently in the headlights. front bumper, grille and overall body shape. The front fascia layout is also resembles the Maserati Gran Turismo. There's also influence from the Jaguar F-Type in the windows, the Lexus LFA in the side panels and the Ferrari F12 and Toyota 86 in the rear fascias. The exhaust tips are from the Lamborghini Huracan. And there you go. How many vehicles did I just list in that in that insert? It's just fucking ridiculous. But the results are fucking mind-boggling. It just looks so nice. I'm not a massive fan of this front grille. You know, I'll give them that. But everything else is just fucking bang on. There's not much customization you can do to this vehicle. But like I said, in all my other all the other cars, I'm not overly down with, you know, fully modern out vehicles, making them look fucking crazy and all that sort of stuff. I'm quite simplistic, so this car is right up my alley. It's fucking beautiful. And because when we drive these vehicles, we look at it from a rear view like this, and the rear view of this vehicle is just fucking outstanding. It is beautiful. The side is outstanding and beautiful. Like I said, not overly impressed with the grille, but I can look past that. From the side it looks fucking amazing, from the rear it looks amazing. It's just a beautiful fucking sports car. Again, I don't think it's up there with in performance wise. I think it drops down the pecking order when it comes to racing, but you know, if you're not into racing, you are just after a beautiful looking sports car, this is one that you can choose from. This is fucking, it's just so nice. So there we go, number 3 on the list, we have the Ferrari GT. And rolling in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Ducati 770. Now, on the GTA Wiki, it says being a Ducati vehicle, the vehicle is based on an Aston Martin, specifically the Aston Martin 177. The overall design takes influence from said vehicle, seen particularly in the greenhouse area, side profiling and wheel spoke design. The car also takes large amount of influence from the Ferrari F12 in the front fascia, particularly in the front grille and central hood vents, and the unique side vents which are linked airflow from the hood along with the flanks of the car. So you go, as you know, this is heavily based on an Aston Martin with influences from a Ferrari, and it is evident. You know, it is beautiful. Aston Martin is a beautiful car, Ferrari is a beautiful car. Put them together and you get a fucking beautiful car. And Rockstar have done ever so well with the 770 in my opinion. This is why it's number 2 on my list. It is so fucking good looking. It is unreal. So you guys must be wondering, what the fuck can beat the 770 in looks? Well, you guys are now going to go find out, because this is the Ducati 770 coming in at number 2 on the list. Now we are going to move on to the number motherfucking 1 vehicle I think is best looking in GTA. So here we go, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. Coming in at number 1 on my list is the Ines Elegy Retro Custom. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fucking beautiful, and I mean a beautiful looking machine. And the GTA Wiki goes on to say the Elegy Retro Custom is based on a blend of multiple generations from the Nissan Skyline GTR. The vehicle's front fascia is based on the 4th generation Nissan Skyline GTR R33, while the side, rear and general shape of the car takes inspiration from the 3rd generation Nissan Skyline R32. And the taillights are from the 5th generation Nissan Skyline GTR R34. So there you go, my dudes. If anybody is a fan of a Nissan Skyline, this is the car you need to be rocking. You know, this is a fucking beautiful, and this is my styling on this bad boy. Obviously it is a Benny's vehicle. There you go, pimping. And the sound of this car is just immense. Let's have a little listen. Again, it doesn't sound as good inside of LS Customs as what it does on the street of Los Santos, but again, it is just beautiful. Yeah, it's so nice. Again, like I said with all of them, I am simple. I like it simplistic, and that is why I've gone with this. It is, I think, what did I go? I think it was like a, what colour did I go with that? I can't remember what colour that was. So yeah, the colour I did go with was a metallic blaze red, but then with the pearlescent I went with a sunrise orange, I believe. So that's what gives it this sort of like bronzy look, and I think it looks fucking amazing on this vehicle. And I went with some Benny's Originals chrome rims with quite a low profile spoiler, just a street interior with a street cage. Just looks fucking amazing, so nice. And I'm a massive fan of Skyline in real life, and you know, I know enough to the same with a lot of people, you know, because this is a vehicle that has been heavily requested. Rockstar give it to us, man, and it is delivered on multiple levels. So there we go, there we have it. There is my top 10. Finished with number 1, the Nis Elegy Retro Custom. It is fucking amazing, based around all generations of the Nissan Skyline GTR, and it is beautiful. Now we can hear how beautiful this engine sounds out on the streets, and it is so nice, so nice. So anyway guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Got my words muddled up there, fucking hell, getting all tongue tied. But that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy my top 10 best looking sports cars in GTA. Like I've already said right at the beginning, if you your ideas differ to mine, let me know your top 10 in the comments below. Also, let me know of what vehicles you would take out of my top 10 and replace it with. You know, I'm interested to hear everybody's opinion. This has been my opinion. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more GTA 5 content. And until next time guys, I'm out. Adios.
This is great banter.